right, it says which graph represents this equation. So this is easy. I'm just going to graph this in the calculator. But here's what I know. All right. I know that if I graph this in the XY plane, that because my C term, C equals -2, that this is going to have a y-intercept of -2. 0, -2. I know that because my A term is positive, in other words, A is greater than 0, that my graph is going to open up. So it's gonna swoop through. It's gonna swoop through, cross right here, and then come up somewhere else. All right. So I know that's what it's gonna look like. How do I verify? Oh, we'll just plug it in the calculator. So let me turn this on. And so what was it? 3/2? Yeah, 3/2. So I'm gonna come in here and hit y equals. I don't need the parent function. One thing you can do that's kind of cool is if you hit the left arrow where the equal sign is, when I do this, it just won't graph it. So notice that that equal sign is not highlighted in black like the second one is. So what I did is I'm leaving the parent function in there, but I'm only going to graph what I plug in the second line. So I've got in parentheses 3 divided by 2, and I want you guys to plug this in your calculator as well. Then x squared. And then I'm going to have a plus sign, 4 times x minus 2. Now, as I'm saying that, you guys are writing stuff down, so I'll give you a second to pick up your calculator, hit y equals, and plug that in. It's very critical that you learn how to use your calculators. It's going to help you when you do your own assignment and also when you take the post test. And more importantly, it'll help you on the SAT, especially the calculator portion. This will graph it exactly how it's supposed to be graphed, and you just got to take a few seconds. But if you don't practice using your calculator and you wait until the SAT, you might enter it in your calculator wrong. Anyways, as you guys are doing that, I'm going to hit graph, and it's going to open up. It's going to cross through y equals 2. Or y equals -2, I'm sorry. So let's take a picture of that and put it in our notes. Do I want you to sketch the graph? Yeah, you need to. So, oh, there's a picture of me in the thing. So what do you need to label? Well, I think what you need to do is label all the points that you can, especially the the y-intercept. The y-intercept, like Mr. Adams said, is going to be 0, -2, because C was equal to -2. You want to label that A was greater than 0, so it opened up, right? So we'll say opens up. And I'm not sure, but it looks like it crosses at this point here, which looks like to be about -3, 0, roughly. I don't know. And this looks like it might be 1/2. 0. I don't know. We got to check that. So how could I check that? Well, what I could do is I could literally look it up on my calculator. So I'm going to see where the zeros are. So if I go to second graph that pulls up the table, and let's zoom in on that so we can really see it. If I go up Yeah, it's not quite -3. The zeros aren't quite -3 and 1/2. And then the other one I said was 1/2. That might be true. Let's put half increments. Nah, let's not worry about it. So anyways, but it's pretty close, right? You can see that it goes from -5 to a +6. So it crosses 0 a little bit after 3. And then between it's negative here and then it becomes positive here. So it crosses between 0 and 1, which is what the graph verifies. So I don't know. We don't want to mislead anybody but just notice where it crosses the x-axis. It's not those exact values, but it's close. Okay? And that's it on that one. So you want to find a graph that looks like this.